When it comes to planning for providing energy to cities, there's a lot of time and energy on the utility side trying to figure out how we're going to generate the power that's needed. And the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the EIA, does a projection every 2 years to figure out exactly where we are with our U.S. energy consumption and where we need to go. And it's interesting to take a look at this because as we talk about the trends with climate change and we start thinking about the amount of energy that we need and the power stations that might need to be built, if you look at this conversation over the last decade or more, the results have really been a whole lot better than what people originally planned. Back in 2005, here was the trend line for the EIA. They anticipated that energy growth was going to increase by 43%. And if you look at the metric again, we're looking at quadrillion BTUs. So the trend line was going to require us to build more power plants. And each 2 years after that, you can see that the trend lines were adjusted slightly. And 2007 to 2009, the economy collapsed and we had the recession. And so there was a stagnation in growth. But you would expect that after that, the economy would start, when the economy started booming again and cities started to expand again, that the energy use would increase. But in fact, what happened is even though cities were growing, the use of energy was actually going down and the trend lines were actually flattening. And if you can see by 2013, we're actually almost flat to where we were in 2005. So how is this possible? Here's the projection for 2015, and you can see that the projection has been diminished by 16.8 quads. And this is a result of a whole lot of different things, including the advent of new energy codes that require energy efficiency in buildings and a heavy focus on energy efficiency retrofits for existing buildings. If we were to actually use the best available technology in the way we build our buildings, we could actually reduce the energy consumption another 6.5 quads. And if you look at that, that 6.5 quads represents 241 500 megawatt power plants. And back in 2005, these were coal-fired power plants and with a lot of CO2 emissions associated with them. Energy efficiency is a big, big thing when it comes to curbing our global energy, our global CO2 emissions and dealing with climate change. If you look at the dollar value of this, energy costs money. The amount of money saved between 2005 and 2013 was about $560 billion. The amount of money projected to be saved between the trend line, the 2015 trend line and the 2005 trend line between now and 2030 is $4.6 trillion. And then if you throw into that use the best available technology, we could save another $1.83 trillion. And this is money that would go to building owners, homeowners, consumers. This is money that does not go to build power plants and pay utility companies for energy that we don't need. It's actually money that's saved in invested in our buildings and our cities.